Yeah, first of all, it's just an unfortunate situation. It's a embarrassing situation for not only the player Kyler Murray, but it's embarrassing for the organization to have to deal with this.
Yeah.
I think it shows a lack of trust in the player that you even have to put something in a contract like this. It also is a slap in the face to all African American quarterbacks because that's something uh, we were always accused of back in the day when they didn't let us play, is that we were lazy, that we didn't study, that we couldn't be leaders, that we weren't smart. So all those different things just kind of came to the surface after we had put all that stuff to bed over the years, and just because of this deal that's gone on between Arizona and Kyler. So yeah, very embarrassing. And I see that they took the clause out of his
Yeah, they
contract
did.
now, but it's too late. The damage has been done. He'll have this, riding on him every time he does something wrong in a football game. They're gonna say, see, that's the reason why that happened, is because he didn't study enough film last week or whatever it might be. So yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation for him, and very embarrassing for both sides.
Warren, why the hell did they even offer the guy the deal if they have these concerns? Which I had never heard anybody say that Kyler Murray didn't study his playbook, didn't study film. Never heard any of that. Why commit $200 million if you even feel like you have to write that in a contract?
To the life of me, I really don't understand. First of all, every quarterback watches a ton of tape throughout the week, just in general, just in your meetings. You're going to go in your general meetings every week, starting on either Monday or Tuesday, and you're going to watch 2 to 3 hours a day just in your meetings. Now, if you want to watch more because you think you might need it in certain situations or whatever, you go ahead and watch more tape. But there shouldn't be a mandate that says you have to watch this many hours of tape each week. I had weeks where I wanted to watch extra tape because it might have been a defense like a 3-4 that gave me
Yeah.
a lot of concerns, and I watched a little more tape about it. But if it was a defense I had a pretty good feel for, I watched enough tape in our meetings to have a really good feel for what I needed to do. So for them to mandate that he has to watch 4 hours of tape a week, that's really stupid. It almost looks like they're looking for an out in the contract if things aren't working out very good, that they can go to this clause and say, okay, he hasn't watched enough tape this week, we can get out of this thing. But now they've pulled that out of the contract, so that's not even a point anymore. So I really don't understand the whole idea behind it. I've never seen a clause like that. I've seen clauses for weights.
Yeah.
Like Zion Williamson has one now for his weight concern. We used to get weighed every week as a player on Thursday. So you had certain weights that you had to hit, and if you were over, you got fined for that. So I understand that
Yeah,
type
that
of
makes
thing,
sense.
but this is intelligence, and this is just work ethic, and it's too bad that they had to put this in the highest profile player in their organization, their quarterback.
Last one, Warren, and thank you so much for this. This is great. You said you think this will follow Kyler around for the rest of his career. You also said, hey, we had thought we had at least moved past those stereotypes. There are so many great black quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Lamar Jackson, Russell. I mean, the list just goes on. And it seemed like it wasn't even a thing anymore. You hadn't heard that.
Right.
Has this done damage to the black quarterback too? If there's a kid in college right now that's coming out, has this hurt him and his prospects for being a great NFL player and accomplishing all that he could have accomplished before we knew about this?
You know what? I hope, because of the embarrassment of this story and the fact that they did take it out of his contract, that there's no other organization that would try and do something like this again because of the backlash that's going to happen from it. So I'm glad it came out and this won't happen again. But you got Lamar Jackson coming up now, and let's see what they might try and put into his contract. But I don't think it's going to be a concern just because of the negativity that's come out of this clause in this contract. And it just for me, it just brought up a bunch of bad memories and bad thoughts about what people thought of African American quarterbacks, way back in the day. And I thought we had erased a lot of that because of the success that we've had. And I think they'll talk about this with Kyler for a while, but as long as he continues to play well each week, it'll slowly go away.
Yeah, I would think it would almost be kind of like disappointing or sad for you, Warren, because you had to deal with all of that crap, and you're a Hall of Fame player. So we know everyone was absolutely couldn't have been more off base about you, but this shouldn't happen in 2022.
It really shouldn't. And like I said, everybody has their different ways of studying. And And some guys have to study more because they might not be as efficient at other things. And some guys might not need to study as much because they are efficient at other things. So everybody studies, everybody watches tape. It's not like you go through a week and you can't watch any film. You're going to sit in a meeting, unless you're falling asleep every day in meetings, you're going to be watching tape, because that's what we do in those meetings for hours. And then if you think you need more, you do more. If you don't think you need any more that week, then you don't do any more that week. That's how it really works. And I don't know why you need a clause in a contract to mandate a guy to watch tape.